toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio
Show. Alright, y'all, welcome back. Another special edition of Stezo Radio. We're gonna keep it going with our saga on The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls 1998 documentary that comes on ESPN every Sunday. Shout out to my homie EP. I don't want to put your name out there just in case. He sent me a link to see the early shows early. I got all the way up to episode 7. I didn't watch 7 yet, but I did watch 5 and 6 before Sunday. I ain't gonna lie. I watched it again on Sunday though. As usual, I'm joined with the homie Yella. We broadcasting live on Facebook right now for all of you who follow us or are in the Stezo Radio Facebook group. Whew, like we were saying, it's a lot to talk about on this one, boy. They came with it with 5 and 6. They finally got through the whole back in the day and the rated G stuff, a little PG-13 in there. But yeah, this one here, they got to. So where you want to start at, Yella?
I'm currently playing back the episode 5, so I guess we can start with, the most emotional part, man. I kicked off with, I guess, the kind of a tribute to Kobe.
Yeah, and shout out to the producers and the writers, because I liked how they did that. I do. I like how they brought in Kobe. I was a little nervous.
And I'm glad that it's just, I don't know, man, with this man passing, it's just like, you got so much recent stuff of him that's still going to get released so long after he died, and this is like, just really just like the tip of the iceberg on the stuff that you're going to see. New stuff from Kobe that wasn't released, that you didn't hear, that you didn't even see. And man, just like, as Mike mentioned, as this docuseries is, if it didn't have the acknowledgement of Kobe, because he's acknowledged every other player.
Yeah.
He acknowledged every other person that was usually important to his growth, or somebody who was very close to him. And he considered himself, that was his little brother, so to not include his little brother into the show, it's sad that it had to be like that, but man, it couldn't have came across any better.
Now, two things. I don't know if this is going to... I'm not trying to sound disrespectful when I say the first that I got from that. One, I forgot Kobe passed. I mean, when I saw it, I forgot that he passed. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm forgetting the dead, but I forgot. I don't know. It just was like, oh, damn, that's right. He's not here. You know what I'm saying? And then two, I forgot that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were fraternity brothers. Yeah, somebody had pointed that out. They said Kobe Bryant, I think it's Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Michael Jordan, and John Sally are all Qs.
Okay.
Yeah. So it made...
Do you have to go to college to manage the fraternity? That's just something I don't know.
I would have to ask somebody in that world, because I remember when I was going to school online, I was offered. And I kind of thought it was a joke. I'm going to school online, so I really don't know. I really can't answer that one. But yeah, because I don't remember Kobe going to school. But did he go to school? I don't know.
No, he didn't go to college.
Yeah, he didn't go to college to play ball, but did he, study on, in the summers? And, yeah.
He was educated, but I don't know. He probably did. It might have been something else. I'm thinking like big time college, but
yeah. But yeah, I didn't know that. Now, if I was told wrong, y'all tell me. But I was told that they were all frat brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of made me think. Back in the day, all that made up beef. Like Kobe said, he really don't like being put on the spot, can you take Jordan? You better than Jordan. And he's like, man, this is my big brother. You know what I'm saying? He helped me out. Like, the line that he said that I love was, you don't have me. I don't have 5 rings without Mike. And it made me think back to that memorial they had for him, and Michael Jordan got up there teary-eyed, and he was saying how Kobe used to blow his phone up, just calling. It all kind of tied in for me. That's why I like it. And a part of me started to wonder if it was other things said, not saying negative, but other things said that they just didn't want to bring up because of Kobe's passing.
It might have been the narrative could have been a little different. They might have been able to kind of tap into their little minor beef at the beginning of Kobe's career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess when you get to take a step back from it, it was never really a beef. Because Mike knew that Mike didn't beef with nobody unless he felt there was competition, and then he would destroy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason he beefed with Isaiah. Like you said, Isaiah was the second greatest point guard of all time. You know what I'm saying? He said he respected this man game and all that. He just hated him.
Yeah. Which is understandable. I mean, to this day, you still got some Detroit-Chicago beef because of that series. So, yeah, it's understandable. And I liked how they went into the Olympics. I did. I was wondering. I mean, I knew it was going to come up, but you don't know how they're going to introduce it. I like how they went into the Olympics, and first thing they got out the way was the Isaiah Thomas controversy.
Yep.
They wasted no time.
That was the first thing, though. Before all the games started, that was the major story.
Yeah.
Isaiah wasn't there. It was supposed to be out. Mike pushed him out. Mike said, yeah, he had nothing to do with that.
After hearing it, what do you think? Because he made some good points. He said, he had bad blood. You got Magic on the team, you got Bird on the team, and the way Isaiah was represented. Because I forgot, Barkley used to get into it with them Pistons too. And of course Scotty. So it's like maybe they did look at him as hey, this guy can mess up the jail. This guy can mess up the camaraderie. Made me wonder.
You know what? If he did the way he made it, if he did not want if he did not want him a part of that team, it almost came across like it was for the betterment of the team, not a person. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh well, I don't like him, but it's not the fact that I don't like him. He had his thing with Magic, he had his thing with Larry, he had his thing with Scott.
Right.
Man, now I can see Scotty coming to him like, man, we gotta do something about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that,
Yeah.
But, I mean, bro, what was he gonna play? Like, if you look at that team, if you look at the guards on that team, Isaiah Thomas didn't get in the rotation. When we talk about Isaiah Thomas, maybe just when we talk about Isaiah in 89, Isaiah in 90, you know what I'm saying? Like, they brought Magic and Larry back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he could have replaced Stockton, let's be real.
I don't know.
For real?
Now, think about John Stockton in 1992. Probably leading the league in assists and steals.
Nah.
If not steals, it was because of Mike. But you know what I'm saying? League leader probably in assists terms.
Right, but Bird numbers wasn't popping out the gym in '92 neither. He made it. He barely played.
It was star power.
That's what I'm saying. So Isaiah could have been star powered up. I mean, it wasn't like they was gonna be down by 5 in the 3 minutes left in any game.
He wasn't like people's star power. Like the star power on that team was like you had Jordan, Bird, Magic, and Scott. It was like the likable dudes, the ones everybody liked. Then you kind of had the skill players, the ones who was there to help with the basketball part of like Patrick Moon and And then you had Arkham, who was his own element to that team.
But nah, come on, man. Isaiah could have easily replaced Stockton. I feel.
I don't think so.
I feel.
Just the fact that one, you had him on the team with alone. Two, you had, like he said, just the chemistry. Physically wise, I don't know. They probably match up. They probably equal out. Yeah.
But I'm just saying that dream team, they wasn't gonna see no real competition. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody out there finna challenge that team. You know what I'm saying? Just like Shaq should have been on that team instead of Christian Laettner. Come on now.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like how they went into the Olympics thing. And you know, I didn't really know it was such a big deal. You know, because I'm sorry, I didn't know that outsiders knew it was a big deal about Jordan and Isaiah. When Jordan said, he asked, well, who's all playing? And the first response is, well, the guy you thinking about is not playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
You know what that sounded like? That sounded like that motherfucker. You always invite someone in the first thing you ask, like, who's gonna be there?
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Mike hit Jack Daly with the, man, who's gonna be there? I come. Who gonna?
I was like, yeah. I was like, damn. So it wasn't a secret, huh? It wasn't no secret at all.
No. At that time, it really wasn't. And I mean, it's understandable because at that time, basketball wasn't it. People were they loyalties on their sleeve. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was bullied, man. You was bullied, man. There wasn't no situation like now where, like, like when LeBron was on the league, it pissed me off that anybody from Chicago would be a captain. I don't even know how good it is.
What you mean?
And you know what I'm saying? That, like, I just don't understand it. Like, that's just, and that's because I grew up with the loyalty to your team, you loyal to your city. You know what I'm saying? You loyal to your team.
Okay, well, let me say this. I think sometimes people get it confused. Like when it's the finals and you got two teams and somebody asks you who you think gonna win, I think a lot of times people take it as, oh, you must be a fan of that team. But it's like, no, these the last two teams playing. You know what I'm saying? So if I say something like KD killing their ass, that shouldn't make me a KD fan. It's just, these the last two teams playing.
Yeah, you can establish the basketball without having to be a fan. I just think maybe it's the cap lifestyle we live, the cap society we live.
Yeah, because I'm in a couple of sports groups on Facebook, and man, you start bragging or commenting on the team too much during the playoffs, and all of a sudden, oh, I thought you was a such and such. And, yeah, they start calling you a bandwagon. I'm not saying bandwagons don't exist, but damn. Alright, well, speaking about what you just said, you wore it on your sleeve. The whole Michael Jordan covering up the Reebok sign with the flag.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was pretty gangster.
It's funny because I never knew that's why I was running like, man, Mike just cold. He got, you know what I'm saying, flag dripping on him and shit. He rocking the flag. I never knew that's been done before. That's crazy.
Yeah, see, I knew because they talked about it back then. I was like, damn, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a big deal.
He was like, I got something, but he's like, I got something, buddy.
But I don't know why mentally I remember Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen doing that. Because I thought all the Nike guys did it. I don't know why. I don't know if Barkley and Pip was with Nike then, but I don't know why mentally I thought I remember seeing all three of them wear that flag over their shoulder.
I do remember a couple guys with the flag over their shoulder.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think they might have just been kind of like, all right, what if I do it? And most gonna look like he doing something different. But I knew what he was on. That joint was pinned up. I always thought it was like draped over the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It was pinned to the jacket to cover up that, specifically to cover up
that Reebok. And I remember, the reason why I remember is because at that time, all of those dudes I thought had brand deals. I think Magic was still with Converse, and I'm pretty sure Pippen and Barkley was with Nike at that time. That's why I could have sworn I seen more than just Mike with that flag on. You know what I'm saying? Then it made me think about it too, like, shit, why Nike didn't try to get that push to, get that contract? I mean, around at that time, Nike was the biggest.
Yeah, that's true. Probably because they had Mike, but shit, they was probably doing so much trying to push Jordan brand and Jordan. Shit. What else came? What else was Nike at that time? But
yeah. And then I like how they went into the Nike story, because I heard before that Mike really didn't want to sign with Nike. He never wore Nikes. I heard he liked Pumas and Adidas, and you know what I'm saying. But to see,
the shoes in the 80s though.
Yeah, and then you don't really think about Nike back then, because I thought about it. I said, shit, yeah, before Mike, I don't remember Nikes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't know if they was a track shoe or a tennis shoe, but I just don't remember Nike. But it's kind of hard to believe that now.
Right at a time where, dude, you could have had the Mike 3 stripes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The shell-toe Jordans.
But everything works out for a reason. Because I mean, I don't think you would have got those styles that you got from Nike.
I'm sorry. I love Adidas as a basketball shoe. They do not make a fashionable shoe though.
Right.
Never had, except for the shell toes. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
But
other than the Yeezys maybe, but I think people more or less flock to the Yeezys. It's like a fad, because them some ugly ass shoes too. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, like you were saying, the shoe became more than a basketball shoe.
It did.
It's like Nikes and gym shoes was just for like doing gym shoe shit. You said when it took Jordans to come out to really like push shoes to the next level. They said Adidas was the shoe, because you had Run DMC rocking the Adidas and everybody rocking their shell toes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Puma, but it was more like actually doing physical athletic shit. If you want to look good, you can also dressy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, shit, you flash to 2020, shit, niggas is rocking Jordans with casual suits and shit.
Yeah, Jordans are collectible items. Think about that. Who would have ever thought gym shoes would have been a collectible item? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was major. And the fact that Nike being a startup company and doing the things they did, like this startup company said, we're going to get Spike Lee to produce your commercials. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Spike Lee was small time, but he was known. You know, he had She's Gotta Have It, and I think around that time he was doing Do the Right Thing, but and of course he had School Days. But a startup company is gonna put a black movie filmmaker with an up and coming star.
A young black up and coming filmmaker.
Yeah.
With a rookie, bro. We ain't talking about like an established black athlete. We talking about a rookie.
Yeah, that was dope.
I don't know what type of crystal ball they had or who was in the front office at Nike that seen that coming. That dude would put that type of push, because they put that type of push on that kind of like gate.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh shit. It wasn't like, oh yeah, we gonna give him a signature shoe. Then after the first year, we might pick up Sting. No, they was like, they basically hung Nike on Mike, which is kind of like in retrospect, you kind of see why they treat him like that.
Yeah, you do.
Nike.
Yeah. He made Nike worldwide. Cause I mean he had big names. You know, he had McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So you go from McDonald's to Nike. I mean, of course everybody know Nike now. Back then, if you had McDonald's and then you say, oh, I'm finna sign, like, for those who listening, think of it like this. Think of somebody, an athlete signing with Nike right now, and then turn around and say, well, I was really thinking about signing with Baller Brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like such a small level, you know what I'm saying? Or having an endorsement deal with Amazon and then saying I'm gonna give Baller Brand a shot. That's kinda how I saw it. He had a deal with McDonald's and was like, I'm gonna give Nike a shot too. Like, damn. And I think they said what, Nike paid him $250,000?
$250,000, said most athletes was getting $100,000.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all got that app on your phone where it's like a thin and now, where it shows you what a $250,000 was back then and what that'd be worth today. That's some big ass money.
Yeah.
That's some big ass money.
But it is, and even still, man, just like with the gambling part.
Mm-hmm.
He said something. Omar Rashad was telling us, like, man, Michael Jordan money ain't your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't your type of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to put it like that. He was like, man, 10,000 Mike is like $10 to you.
Cause what year was that? When they said his rookie year.
83.
Alright. Cause I'm finna show put in this converter. I just want to see for myself. So 200.
I'm gonna shoot a guess before you show.
I give you two guesses. Adjusted for inflation, 250,000 in 1983 is equal to what in 2020?
3.6 million.
No, ain't that? No.
Shoot shot. I was gonna say I have no concept of what the fuck. Alright. I say about 1.5, 2 million.
Well, they saying if you just for annual inflation over this period, you know what I'm saying, it was 2.65%. Today that would be worth $658,232 in today's standards. I thought it'd be more. I really thought it would be more.
I was hoping it was more.
Yeah, I was hoping. Well, I mean, you think about it, shit is more than double.
Damn, man.
But yeah, so that was a big deal. I mean, you know, and then, you know, for Converse to say, well, we got too many people. Like, Converse to me made the most sense when they said, we got too many people, we really wouldn't be able to handle you with your own brand. Because they did. I remember seeing those posters in the store. They had damn near everybody wearing cons. You know what I'm saying?
They showed the commercial and they had Nick was Rocky and they had Magic, Bernard, King, Larry Bird.
Yeah, I think Dr. J had a pair. Did he have it?
Oh yeah, Dr. J, Mr. Converse, man, shit.
Yeah.
All-star.
Yeah, so I mean, he was right. You know what I'm saying? He was right. Now I don't know what the fuck made Michael Jordan wear them retro, you know, the OGs to play the Knicks though. Them, yeah.
I'm like, he went like, did you go in the closet and find them? It's like you couldn't call Nike. It's like, hey, I'll put me up a nice comfortable pair.
Right.
Man, my feet was bleeding. I'm like, bro, okay.
Yeah, cause you figure by that time, what they was like, what? 8-10 pairs in with Jordans, and the technology got so much better, and it was lightweight and comfortable and cushy.
He said it himself though. He's like, man, he's like putting these on, putting them on. He's like, the innovation
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but yeah, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
So sidebar real quick. Like I said, I got episode 1 going in the background. Can we talk about real quick? We just came in. Can we talk about the election shit, the political shit real quick?
Oh yeah, we have to.
Oh, dude.
Cause that was, you know, everybody always wondered about that with Mike. Why he don't say nothing? But I remember episode 1, they had that. I think it was 1 or 2. They had that quick scene where he's like, "Hey, y'all get out. We having a discussion about the president or something." You know what I'm saying? When they was in that little room. But yeah, we gotta touch on that. Republicans wear Nikes too. I mean, hey.
Yeah. And granted, he said he Ray did say he was just saying that shit off the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just kind of being loose. It was like I could see him doing it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
It kind of, that part kind of reminded me, and you know, for y'all listening, y'all can go back to our old episode, just recent episode about P. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
Why was that?
Because it was like, okay, his approach to why he didn't endorse this dude or do a commercial and all that made plenty of sense. Because it was like it wasn't his position to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't have nothing to do with it. And that was even on a smaller scale, because we was talking about like
Yeah, presidential votes.
Right, presidential vote, as opposed to like the state senator or congressman or whatever that little position.
Yeah.
Little position, you know what I'm saying? But the president.
It wasn't on that scale, yeah.
But if he would have backed that man up, if he would have supported that guy, that man would have won by a landslide.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have won by a landslide. Now, I sit back and I think, like, he could have that type of influence, but he chose not to, because that really would have been misusing who he was. He said, I don't know this guy. That made plenty of sense.
Yeah, true, it did.
I don't know him. How am I supposed to do it? How you want me to endorse him, put my image behind him, and I don't even know him?
And I think it also played a big part because his opponent, the white man he was running against, seems to be like an upfront racist. You know, had a lot of prejudiced views and
Seemed. He said that's arguably my favorite racist thing I've ever heard. It sounds weird because it's racist. But I'm like, this is my favorite way to put it. Just the what it was, the unadulterated racism. And that nigga said there's no joy in Mudville tonight.
yeah.
I know it's racist. I get it. I'm ignorant as hell though. Anybody who listens know I'm ignorant as hell. That shit tickles me. As much as it pissed me off, some racism is just funny as hell. It's like 20 30 years ago almost. So it really don't matter in the grand scheme of things now. But
Now I'm gonna tell you what I got sent, you know, because a lot of the youngins, they love LeBron. I got sent a meme with Michael Jordan on there, and it said somebody told Jordan shut up and dribble, and he said okay. I was like, that's bogus as hell. I'm like, they gonna take up for their King LeBron, boy. I was like, oh, that's rough.
But see, he sound like every other celebrity just aimlessly putting, you know what I'm saying? Just aimlessly putting whatever they tell us to put in place.
Yeah.
The me might did what he wanted to do. And that's what people need to start doing. Pick who you want to support. I ain't got to be in politics or nothing. You can support who you want to support.
Yeah, but like James H said, Michael was not gonna fuck up his money. That's pretty much what it came down to.
Hell no. I put my money behind this dude, and one or two things happen. One, he lose, which he did. Now I support a loser, which he definitely ain't finna damn do. And two, he put his money behind this dude, he win, and then he do some dumb shit.
But see, to me, it goes back to Michael Jordan being Michael Jordan. He's a brand. He's a businessman. Like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I am a businessman. So it's like, it made me think back a few years ago when you had the, cops killing unarmed black people in America, and Mike donated money to the cause, to help the families. But then he also donated money to the Fraternal Police Order. It's like he's gonna play both sides to make sure nobody can get mad at him.
And that's what he's supposed to do. Like essentially that's what you want your role models to do. Your role model's not supposed to pick a side. The only side your role model should pick is whatever's positive, whatever's good, no matter who's doing it. Oh, there's something good coming out of it. My first should be a part of that.
Now, how did you feel about him saying he really wished he wasn't a role model? Because he said, the deck is stacked against you.
I get it. Because every great role model knows their role models. Like you said, him, anybody else, any person that you can think of that a major downfall was at a super high point at one time. And it's so true. The higher you are, the farther you got down the fall. And we got to think that Michael Jordan was probably Michael Jordan. And when did that whole Jordan rules thing come out? Like he said, the '93 season.
Yeah.
Okay. So think the '92 season when he won the finals, the summer of 1992. Michael Jordan was probably the most recognizable person on the planet.
Yeah, easily.
Coming out of the Olympics. Especially coming out of the Olympics.
Yep, because he was global then.
He was global then. You know what I'm saying? So, that was the most recognizable, popular, most likable person on the planet. And then somebody just completely, that's when people start looking for chinks in the armor. Like I said, don't nobody like a winner. People say they do, but don't nobody like a winner unless they win it for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Bulls fans didn't give a damn about how he got it. And we won.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's just like...
Because speaking of which, when they started talking about that gambling, I remember, like some of y'all probably do, I remember them stories that they claimed Mike was out west shooting dice with the Doughboys and, you know what I'm saying, being hood spots gambling. I mean, I heard that shit. Nobody never said shit though.
Now see, when I hear a story like that, and then I hear them tell us a story that Mike wouldn't openly support a politician, yeah, I don't see Mike on the beach. Plus, they was just saying, them the boys got all the money they want, bro. They ain't finna be able to gamble on Jordan.
But Mike, I don't think Mike really did it for the money per se. I agree when he said, I have a competitor's problem. I remember a story with Jay-Z was saying they shot pool and he won and Mike was like, nah, basically like you can't leave till I beat you type shit. You know what I'm saying? You hear those stories so much with Mike.
Well, that's true. Because then you had the one story where Wellington was talking about how him and Paxton was playing. Purdue. Talking about you and Paxton playing for $1 a hand. And Mike just came up like, I want your money in my pocket. Basically, that's why I want to play.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, why you want to play with us?
Yeah.
Y'all in the back playing 10 grand. We ain't playing $1 a hand. Why you trying to take my money?
And then when they got into the Atlantic City story, I was waiting for that to come up, playing during the, the playoffs or whatever. And I'm going to be fair. It's kind of funny that when we hear the Michael Jordan went to blow off steam story versus the Dennis Rodman went to blow off steam story. It was received totally different. Totally different.
Mike ain't go AWOL for 80-something hours though.
I'm not saying he did, but if Rodman needed that time to clear his head, and it was like, hey, it's Rodman, he got to clear his head because of Mike. Yeah, because of Mike's stature. If the man chose, if clearing his head is gambling, his money, And I mean, that whole thing where the guy said he owed him $1 million, 1.2 million, and he wrote it off as a loan, and he said, yeah, I wrote it off as a loan because I was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But it did look kind of suspect. You look back on it, you write loan to somebody who's in that world. Right. And then I also think because of the like the baseball element when it came to gambling and how it influenced the games. I think if you're an athlete in any sport and they think you're gambling, they wonder if that temptation is, gambling on your sport.
Yeah, Pete Rose kind of fucked that up for all gambling and shit.
Yeah, it's like a natural wonder.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely understand that.
And I think that was that chick in the army you talking about. Like, that was their chance. You know?
Like one chance, though.
Yeah.
Because it was like, and then they tried to make people about, him. How he was with his teammates and all that. How he was with, being, I guess,
overly aggressive.
Overly aggressive or something like that. It's just, I don't know, man. I guess because you see it happen so much now.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it almost started with him.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? It happens so frequently now that people go out and they play.
And I don't know about you, but this is the first time hearing the story about him and Steve Kerr where it came out that Steve Kerr punched him first. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he punched him in the chest though. He wasn't trying to fight like Mike Amsock.
But I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This is the first time I ever heard that. Like, the story has always been told they was in practice, Mike got pissed and slapped the shit out of Steve Kerr.
Right.
That's a different element.
When Kerr punched him in the chest.
Right. And to Steve Kerr credit, he said it. Look, I don't back down neither. I'm competitive too. I can't question how the man fight. You know what I'm saying?
That was the cool thing about the league back then. That was the cool thing about basketball back then. Even the role players was tough, gritty, basketball-ass motherfucker. Like, just like ball players. You feel what I'm saying? All of them had an edge to them. Like, all of them do. I say it again. He played with the toughest players because he seemed like Michael Jordan did the reverse of what LeBron.
What you mean?
So instead of going to the people that he couldn't beat or the people that he used to compete against, like LeBron did, like how he left when he teamed up with my brother.
Yeah.
He brought all the role players he needed that he played against to him. And I say that other show. And it shows that he is like iron sharpens iron. He knows the tough players that he needs to be around. So, shit, he knew Steve Kerr's type dude to suck his ass if he needed to. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? If he knew Steve Kerr was that guy, man, I punched his niggas. But he was like, I ain't finna punch Michael Jordan in the face. I know that.
Yeah.
I like my job just where it's at. Jay Cross ain't give me no bad contract. I'm gonna show this nigga I see him. But we gonna be here. Like, I don't give a fuck punch this nigga.
Hey, so now that we like 6 episodes in, is there anything glaring that you noticed about this whole back in the day story that's missing from the back in the day story? Like, have you noticed they've been talking about something?
So let's see. So in episode 6 and so far as the throwback part of the story, they're up to 1993.
Yeah, they basically coming up to the first retirement.
So no, because what unexpected is like all the things you think they wasn't gonna cover, they so far have pretty much addressed everything.
No, they have not, and I'm wondering if it's a reason. I have not heard much about his marriage to Juanita Jordan. Think about it.
And
I ain't even seen them in a photo or an image together.
He mentioned her.
Yeah, like a brief mention, but his wife.
Interview he did with Amar Rashad when he had the sunglasses on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was looking straight gangster. Like, dude, you talking about you ain't got a gambling problem, but you're not even showing your eyeballs. Right. Because I always said the flu game was a hangover game, but hey, that's another story.
Right.
But yeah, I've noticed they have not. I mean, I haven't seen, man. And I just thought about that the other day because somebody sent me a YouTube link discussing their divorce. And I was like, damn, Juanita is not in this documentary at all.
I'm going to say this. I know you might ruffle some listeners' feathers. That's cool. Prepare to be ruffled. She don't need to be in this story.
Why not?
She don't got nothing to do with the story.
His wife ain't got nothing to do with everything he going through.
We're talking about him. She don't have nothing to do with it. That ain't Mike. Because when did they get divorced?
Well, I mean, that was way after he quit. You know what I'm saying? Way after.
They didn't get divorced till during the 2000s or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was way out of the game. But I'm saying, though.
So as of right now, up to 1998, unless they cover the story past 98, she ain't really got much to do about nothing.
Dude, they didn't even mention them getting married, though. Think about it. They got married while he was in the league. They talked about everything else this man did in the league up to this time.
She ain't got nothing to do with this story.
No, I disagree.
No, she don't. We want everybody to. I get why everybody want her to get her acknowledgement, but at the end of the day, what they talking about ain't got shit to do with my nigga Joe.
Not even acknowledgement, just a mention. Even Carmen Electra got mentioned for robbing. I mean, damn.
That's because she Carmen Electra. If Carmen Electra was Carmen Jordan, she would get mentioned.
Oh, no, that's just wrong. And I'm saying that's wrong.
I'm just saying.
They ain't said nothing about Mike after the kids was born. They ain't saying shit.
They ain't trying to be yellow right now. This is real shit.
They like he just wake up and go play ball and go home. Like ain't nobody else. They speak about him talking to his family, his mother and father. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's something to do with basketball.
The wife don't?
There would be a story. If there would be a story that Jordan got where he was like, yeah, I just walked in the house and, Juanita was sitting right there, my knee was hurt, I was tired, and you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to figure out how I could get out my slump, and she'd be like, baby, just put your elbow in a little bit, something like that.
No, but okay, something simple as
groundbreaking.
A new baby in the house. Mike, how does that feel to be a father? You know what I'm saying? And play sports and nothing, dude? Nothing?
No.
Come on.
I'm not saying, okay. Now, they haven't done it. We still got 4 more episodes. So, you know what I'm saying? They haven't got around to all that yet. Now the kids were born, though, in 93. Because I believe his son's like my age. You know what I'm saying? Like around my age.
She was pregnant before they got married. So, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I think it's a court order.
Does it have to? No, I don't think that. I think it's just. I don't want to go there with it because we not on the radio show.
No, go ahead, dude. They didn't talk to everybody else from his past damn near. And she ain't. Michael was this, Michael was that. Nothing.
I'm going to put it with this. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to leave it like this. There's a reason why everybody want her to be in it, and I get why. Now ain't the time for that. See what I'm saying? So
you can tell. You can tell Michael Jordan's story from 1984 to 1998 and leave his wife out, and the story is told completely.
You absolutely can.
Oh, that's hell no.
How many Michael Jordan movies have there been?
About his life or about him playing the game?
About Michael Jordan, period.
Yeah, but they ain't been about his life. I wouldn't say that.
Fly with me. You done had Come Fly With Me. You done had Playground. You done had Above and Beyond. All of these. Right? I've seen all of these. I've seen all of these. Dude, I've seen all of these. Never missing this one. How about this one? Michael Jordan played in the movie, right? Space Jam, right?
Uh-huh.
Didn't even call Juanita.
But they at least acknowledge he had a wife. I mean, they ain't gotta have the exact same name.
Juanita, y'all.
But they said he had a wife, though.
It's okay. We know he had a wife. He said he had a wife.
Nah, dude. I do not see how you tell half a man's life story and don't mention his wife, dude. No.
We want a whole hour episode on Juanita.
You don't need an hour. But I mean, come on, something as simple as where was you at when your first child was born? I mean, I'm not saying that I was playing the game and got the call. Like, I was late to practice because my child was born. Nothing.
The kids ain't got nothing to do with that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now the kids ain't got nothing to do with it. This is crazy, my dude. What you saying is you don't want to hear about the kids, you don't want to hear about the wife, but to not mention it at all?
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: when it comes, there's a particular story that they're trying to tell.
I get that, but his family didn't travel to Barcelona? I'm saying.
Yeah, they traveled to Barcelona.
I didn't see no pictures of them getting, you know what I'm saying, going into the elevators to the hotel room or nothing. I mean, damn.
They ain't playing no games.
Nah, man. I'm telling you, I think it's a court order. I think it's a court order. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you, I think it's a court order. That's my personal opinion.
When has she ever been mentioned? When has anybody ever talked?
Dude, Jet and Ebony did a whole damn cover on them back in the day. They got artwork they could have pulled up. Michael Jordan gets married. Does your wife wonder about this gambling addiction? Have y'all talked about it? Nothing, my dude.
We worried about Mike punches being hurt in the ass. We worried about Mike.
Are you this competitive with your kids playing pity pat? I mean, they ain't saying nothing, dog. Nothing.
Mike just destroying the kids and pillow fights and shit.
Right, because he don't want to lose. He don't want to lose. He not finna lose. Would you be okay with your kids gambling? They ain't nothing, dude. They ain't nothing. Nothing, man.
There's no reason for them to be involved.
Does your wife say anything about the money you lose? Come on now. Nothing? Yeah, okay. Nah, it's a reason why they ain't saying, why she ain't being mentioned, dog. That's how I feel. For real.
That's that conspiracy.
Ain't no conspiracy. I'm noticing we done went to episode 6, man.
Because she ain't played for the Bulls. She ain't played for none of the teams he played for. She had nothing to do with the basketball side. Even, like I said, even with the stories about his family. Yeah, I ain't called this. All of that had to do with basketball and what made him the basketball businessman that he was. Granted, I guess he had a lot to do with it because she was his wife and she was raising his kids. We talking about Michael Jordan pretty much wasn't never home, always busy doing some shit, traveling, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. However, in the context of this story, she ain't got shit to do.
Hey, hold on. Let me address James H on this Facebook Live real fast. James H, I get that because he say you can say I'm focused on the wrong thing. He like, what she got to say about this money? I'm not saying about the money, but just like, you know, the concern that my husband may have a gambling problem. You know what I'm saying?
She got to say about his money.
Or what's his attitude when he come home after playing golf and he done lost $500,000 to a dude that he want to lose to? Like, she ain't.
Michael Jordan's wife really complain about whatever money he loses, whatever the hell he do with his money.
If she thought it was an issue, I'm pretty sure she'd say something. Oh yeah, with Johnny Carson.
He's like, I'm a beautician. He's like, let me have $380.
Right. But I'm just saying, besides the money, that's still his wife, man. It's like, I'm just saying, I bet you since I brought this point up, people gonna be like, hey, yeah, you're right. They ain't said shit about Juanita. She ain't been interviewed. They didn't talk about his mama and what she had to say to Mike more than they did his own wife.
Clearly she didn't help.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. See, there y'all go. See, she wasn't in the gym making them jump shots, huh? Like she wasn't rebounding the ball when he was practicing.
Clearly not. She ain't none of the video.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of suspect to me.
I'm just saying. But I think if anybody, wife had to be super supportive, it had to be Jordan.
I don't know. Shit, they ain't showing no support she gave. We just gotta assume she was.
She didn't come up with a play or nothing.
She didn't say put your tongue in your mouth. She didn't suggest going bald because your shit looking bad. Like, she ain't do nothing.
Right.
She ain't. Juanita ain't do shit.
She didn't help the family shoe.
Right. Do she wear the motherfuckers? Do she even wear your shoe? It's like, I'm just saying, see what I'm saying? They ain't said shit about Juanita, dog. Like, she was just there to carry the kids. Like, I'm just telling you, that's how it's coming off. Like, she just was a fart. You know what I'm saying? Just, you smell something like, oh, there she go. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was nothing.
She was an extra.
That's just fucked up, man. That's fucked up so much. All right, we coming up on that time, and I gotta ask you about this. The being burnt out. You know, because they ended the show by saying how he was just burnt out, and you know, yeah, this third championship was, you know, sweet, but you can just, the way they depicted it, you can just see the world was on his shoulders, and he was tired, and he started talking about, you know, not having that same love. How much do you buy that?
I get it, man. I get it, because it's at a time when his image was changing again. You know, and the burden of victory was on him. It was something that he imposed on himself, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's what people, when you're a winner, people look to you to win. Like, I heard something in this show that's going to probably stick with me forever. And it's when Phil Jackson said, you're only successful in the moments when you're doing successful things.
Yeah, that's very true.
And that was constantly Michael Jordan. He was always in a position where he was doing something successful. He was doing something. Even, just think about it like this. Even when you see Michael Jordan, like, let's just take something you've probably seen in the docu series. Even when you see Michael Jordan walking from the locker room to the bus, to the team bus, just know that wherever he's going to do something successful. He's going to do something important. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the rumors about his first retirement? You know, because they didn't get to it yet. It's not a spoiler alert if anybody's a fan, or if not a fan, you know his father got murdered. But do you remember the rumors that he really didn't retire? He had a suspension coming because of his gambling?
I mean, after the fact, long after the fact.
Yeah.
I was like 93, 94. Yeah, after the fact, I've heard that it was a suspension due to like just him gambling and shit like that. A bunch of other shit was going on. Him just getting caught up in a whole bunch of shit. They was gonna suspend him. And that's why he retired.
Now I got some early releases, and they got the episode 7 on there, and I'm really tempted to watch it to see what they saying. I am too. I'm so tempted to watch it, but if I watch it, then I gotta wait till Sunday to watch episode 8 any damn way. I'm like, I might just wait. But I'm really interested because I heard that too, and you know, he kept saying he didn't have the love no more, and it seemed like, you know, he was just tired of the BS because he really wasn't gone that long. When you think about when he came back.
It's on 2 seasons. It's on 2 full seasons.
Nah, I thought he came back.
95, 96. He was gone 93, 94. 94, 95.
I thought he came back the end of 95.
No, because Houston won 2 championships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Remember, he came back and they lost to Orlando.
Yeah, he's gone 2 full seasons.
No, it couldn't be 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
No, it can't.
He was gone 2 full seasons.
Because if Houston won 2, that means he came back the second year they won. And they got knocked out by Orlando. Because that's when Shaq was going up against Elijah one. You know what I'm saying?
93, 94.
Yeah. That season he missed, and then he came back at the end.
Yeah, he came back mid-season.
Yeah.
94, 95.
Because he had the 4-5 on. And I mean, that really wasn't that long. For somebody who retired, you know what I'm saying, and said they didn't have to love no more.
That's long. That's long enough for the guy who retired as the greatest player of all time, the best player on the planet. And he wasn't that old. If you look at it in like the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? The best players in the world are playing until they old. Jordan was like 31.
But what I'm saying is, to me, that it sounds more like a suspension versus a retirement.
Like, hey, look, you just take a year and a half off or chill or whatever. We'll call it even.
Something, but at the same time, if that is true, I'm trying to figure out how they even here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say the rumor, because I'm really trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? If
they might have been getting ready to suspend him for a year.
Yeah, but then he self-suspended himself, like he was Escobar, built his own jail. You know what I'm saying? So how did they come out even?
No, it's like a out-of-court settlement. He took a suspension and he fucking went and played baseball. Instead of announcing he won the suspension, he just announced it was a retirement.
I sometimes wonder if it was a look. I'll do a self-inflicted suspension as long as you all don't mention my gambling shit. I wonder if that was the case.
No, because that gambling shit was already out there.
Yeah, but what? Right. So if it was out there, what gambling shit did they know? If this is true, that made him.
Something happened. We're talking about an incident.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not about to suspend Michael Jordan.
Right.
Unless there's like a earth-shattering incident that occurred and fucking.
I feel the same way. That's why I'm trying to see, does the rumor even have, credibility?
They don't sound like they got things. They don't sound like they got things. That's like the league spending LeBron right now just for some casual shit or something he won't mid-level or something he would have to do something catastrophic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For them to suspend, and that's even on the level of Jordan. And his gambling was already known, so it wasn't like that was the case. I honestly think that man was just burnt out. And, you know what I'm saying, basketball was something he wanted to... I don't want to get into it because that's going to be our next episode. But I truly think he left because he was burnt out. And I think that's what he going. I think his level of... It's a different level of me working my schedule at where I work.
Yeah.
And being burnt out to going to work. It's like, that's what he said. Like,
hold on, we're coming up on time. We got to chop this one down real fast.
Alright, yeah, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? His schedule and his burnt out is way different than anybody else could possibly do. So, yeah.
Alright, so hope y'all enjoyed this one, man. Make sure y'all tune in to the next one. Like we say, every Sunday they showing on ESPN, and we will come back the very following day with our take on it. And on that note, we out.